9:54 exactly, news and views on Salam Media, our final interview, which is going to be short because our guest has a meeting at 10 o'clock, and he is Sidwell Sehoane. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. He is from an organization called ADAPT, and this time around in Women's Month, we are highlighting gender rights when men are the victims. Sidwell, a very good morning to you. Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much for having me. Good morning to you as well. Good morning to your listeners.
Okay, Sidwell, tell us very quickly about ADAPT. It's an organization which assists men and women when there is gender-based violence going on between both the sexes. Talk to us about it.
Thank you so much. Adopt is an organization that started in 1994. It's the first organization that started working with men as part of the solution in addressing gender-based violence. So it's an organization that is consists of four programs. The core business is counseling, where we are offering counseling for survivors of gender-based violence. There will be women, majority there will be children, and also we are also offering psychosocial for men who are being abused. We also have another program that we regard as perpetrators program. We are able to offer, psychosocial for perpetrators of GBV. And majority of those perpetrators that come for our perpetrators program, men who are perpetrators of issues of GBV. And majority of them, they have been referred by, different magistrate courts that we have in our country, that have been mandated to come in our cell, to be part of our perpetrators program. We also offer legal counseling with court preparation, court accompaniment. That is the program that we call criminal justice program, where legal counseling is the core because we realize the need for us to ensure that empower survivors of GPC around legal matters, around their rights, around what is it that they should expect when dealing with issues of GPC. What does the law say? How does the law protect them? And how is it responding to issues of GPC? What they are right and what is it that is expected from them in dealing with a matter that has been reported. And lastly, we have a men's program. In the men's program, we are working with men as part of the solution, where we would engage men would go to prison, where we are working with inmates. Those are the inmates that are incarcerated around issues of GBV. We're working with them, trying to ensure that we empower them within the content of issues of gender-based violence. We have social workers where we are able to work very closely with the parole board in terms of ensuring that we write reports. Those reports have to be submitted to the parole board for those inmates that are applying for parole. Parole board is able to consider those reports because those are the individual reports that talks about the program that we are offering them and their individual change in addressing or in understanding each other's abuse violence. We have a number of trainings that we facilitate within the ground, specifically targeting men. We go to taverns with tavern projects where we empower men within the content of
Okay, Sidwell, your line is very bad. I keep losing you, but I also know we've only got 2 minutes left on this interview. Can I just ask you very quickly, do you charge a fee for people who come to you for counseling? And next questions, are perpetrators of GBV able to be rehabilitated?
Absolutely. They are able to be rehabilitated. Let me start with your last question. They are able to be rehabilitated. The reason is for us to also understand that when we are talking about issues of GPP, they are behavioral issues and the negative behaviors that can be unlearned. So when we work with them, they are able to be in a space where they are able to unlearn these negative behaviors and become change agents, become different men, who understand these particular issues differently. With our service, we don't charge. Everyone, encouraged to come for psychosocial, to come and participate into our program. We are funded by different donors. We are funded by Department of Social Development. The work that we do it to ensure that you assist those who are able to, perhaps go to, psychologists that would pay or social workers that are charging. So our services are free.
And in closing, then, how long, and I know it differs from person to person, but people displaying negative behavior, whether it's part of their character or whether, they have an alcohol or drug abuse problem, we see a lot of that resulting in negative behavior. How long, on average, does it take to rehabilitate these people?
Well, normally our session is 8 hours, but then especially for those that have been referred by different magistrate courts, would say 8 sessions before we can, write a report and send it back to, that court that would have referred the particular client. And then, you are right, it varies with person to person, but in a normal, how we think and determine session would always say in say 8 sessions we'd be able to generate a report and share that report with the relevant, institution. So there are those because people are different. Absolutely right, people are different. There are those that will take long. There are those that will attend psychosocial or perpetrated programs who are perpetrators, and then we will see a need for us was to ensure that we give them extra session. We are able to even encourage them other forums such as men's forum, just for them to be in a space where they are able to expand their understanding and be able to learn from other men, around.
Okay, it is exactly 10 o'clock, and this line is a bit bad. I do apologize for it. We will try and talk with you again sometime in the future. Thank you indeed for talking to us. And of course, for people interested in joining up a program with you, they can go to your website. It is ADAPT. Sidwell, thank you indeed for being with us on the show this morning.
Thank you so much for inviting.
2 after 10 exactly, time for me to wrap up. We apologize for the technical issues on the show, but all I can say is we blame it on Eskom because of all these ongoing power cuts. Hopefully, we will also overcome sometime soon on these issues. Next up, Just 11 by Mishari Rashid Al Afasi. Please stand by to listen to that beautiful recitation from the Holy Quran. Till Monday morning from me, Julie Ali. Khuda Hafiz and take care.